Hi, I'm Silvey. I composed What I Can Change. The composition is inspired by the Serenity Prayer and the idea that the way we look at things can make a difference. Sometimes we call that perspective. We also do that with our ears when we listen to music. We hear things in certain ways, and we hear music leading us somewhere. And a lot of times, if we hear this, we want it to go here, for example. So in the beginning, I've written a figure in the left-hand accompaniment. It sounds like this. Kind of a pulsing, repetitive sound. We actually don't know where that might be landing tonally. We could think of it as if the E flat is the place where it's landing, or the B flat might be where it's landing. So if it's the B flat, might end there. If it's the E flat, so you might think to yourself, how do you hear that? And if we are thinking of it as the B flat, then this would feel like it maybe is a fourth chord to a one chord, or we call it subdominant to dominant, or an amen cadence, amen, like the end of a hymn. We also might think of it in E flat. So there we would have a sense that this is so do or 5-1. The low note resolving to the higher note of the two. It's all in how you look at it. So I have an illustration for you that you can think about for your own lives. A lot of people, you've probably heard before said, you see this as a glass half. And whatever you said or thought tells us something about you. Are you a person who sees the empty half or the full half? So we encourage you, of course, to think of your glass as being half full. What am I grateful for? There's so many things that are going well. But I'm going to add something to that. I'm going to ask you to think about the size of the glass, and maybe you're thinking of a too big of a glass for where you really should be in life. So what if we right size the glass? Now, we don't even have to decide, is it half full, half empty? It's full. It's largely full. And that's partly because we put things into perspective and said, oh, this is what I can do. This is realistic for me, and I should feel good about where I am. I hope you'll take that message with you as you think about the lyrics and as you think about how music does that. How do we hear things, and where are we expecting to go, and when does a composer surprise us and take us other places? But keeping things in perspective and understanding the scale that suits us, especially when we're scrolling through social media and seeing other people doing things that we're not doing. Maybe their glasses are different than ours, and that's okay. So I hope this is helpful to you. Thanks.